What is good, you guys? Henry here from Epic Randomness, back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make your own custom logos like we now have as our screensaver instead of that cat looking thing, jaguar, whatever it is. And as you can see on my background now, I have the one in my background as the tile format, so if you guys can't really see, I don't know how to put it, but like right here, this is a line, this is a thicker border line, so that's going to happen when you tile it on your background, but I mean it still looks really good. So today I'm going to kind of show you guys the long run of it. A lot of this is going to be fast forward because I'm going to explain what I'm going to do and then I'm going to do it. The really easy way of doing it, you know, obviously this is our new one right here, our new Epic Randomness one. It doesn't look good that from up close because you can see all the pixels and grains, but you know, when it's honestly, when it's in your profile picture and you're not able to zoom in on it like you guys are, it's fine. It's all good, right? You can't see the pixels because it's not blown up as big. You know, if you guys know technology, well, yeah, you get what I'm saying, right? So first of all, what you want to do is you want to open up your Pixlr app, Pixlr.com, and now they did redo the website, so don't be a little scared of that. I was for a little while, but it's fine. So I'm gonna just go through here because I'm not sure how often it's gonna change now, but I'm gonna scroll down through here, and I'm gonna show you guys which one to use. So the one you want to use is you know, Pixlr Editor, which is, you know, the one on the home screen, but I mean, I guess it's fine. But basically, yeah. So now you want to create new image. Now I like to do mine by 800 by 800, and then you got to click transparent. That just makes everything so much easier. I also like to name mine logo dash. All right. So another easier way, like this is just how I like to Photoshop and work on things, is maximize. So then you're not worried about all those other tabs and layers and everything out to the sides and inside it. And honestly, it just makes life so much easier. And I'm sorry I'm talking fast, but so basically right now we are going to be working on your letters. So with your letters, what you want to do is you pick your letters. So I'm going to create one for Jack's side. So I'm going to do JM. Those are his initials, first and last name. I'm not going to tell you his last name because I'm not sure how he feels about that. I'm sure he's fine with it, but whatever. So I'm going to do a J and an M. Dot M. Just to make dot. So just to make life easier there. And now instead of 30 as your size, you want to go maybe 130. That'll make life easy too. So now you might also want to change your fonts. That doesn't matter. I'm going to change mine to dye. I don't know, I like it, it's cool. You can change it to white. Really, the color doesn't matter. This will get deleted later on, but it does make it easier if you have it, you know, a basic color like white or black. And now this is a crucial step because when doing it on my own and practicing for this video, what you want to do is you definitely have to rasterize the layer. Now what'll this do is it'll make it editable. It'll basically be like an own picture in itself. Like you can move it and, you know, it's not gonna edit the text. It's just gonna be, see, look, it's not editing. So with that layer rasterized, what you need to do now is you need to go to your edit settings and you need to go to free transform. Now this will allow you to move it and create it bigger and smaller however you really please. So the way, you know, basically you do it, like I said, now it's like an iPhone picture. Some guys said like holding shift on it will make it not distort the picture, but honestly that never worked for me. But I mean, if it works for you guys, great. So I'm still going to carry on the message just to make you guys' lives hopefully a little bit easier. So you just kind of, you know, adjust it to your liking there. You can spin it. I'm going to do a little bit of a curve on it just to kind of do like an unprofessionalized kind of dealio. So you'll want to click to the side there like I just did, and you're going to want to, you know, say yes once you have it in the spot and place you want. Now that that's done, I would pick something for your, you know, name, your letters, like what color and stuff do you want your letters. So I'm going to do a, you know, just simply Google search whatever you want. And if you already have your pictures, that's great. I'm just going to pull up my own. By doing that, I got my area. So I'm going to just do quick, easy ones, whatever. And then at this point, it also makes it easy. No, actually, you want to do that later on. I was going to tell you to choose your backgrounds, but you don't have to have that set yet. If you do, great. If you don't, whatever. It's fine. So I would do layer. Now you click layer, and you want to open image as a layer. So as doing that, you're basically creating the image, you know, as another part of the picture. So, you know, I'm going to click on my thing. again, what you want to do is with the image, with the edit tool, you want to do a free transform. And you cut, in my opinion, I really do like to fill up the whole screen, because that makes sure that there's not going to be edges, there's not going to be that whole sort of thing, if you know what I mean. So now that that is done, that's there. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and uncheck it. That means it's still there, but it's not going to show up in the, right now. So I'm going to go through here, and I got the JM file right there. So now that that's there, I'm going to create a few more text boxes. So by this, I'm going to do J, and I'm just going to edit. I'm going to do a free transform on it with this, rasterize. I'm going to show you guys how to do this one, and then I'm going to do the rest of them by myself. And then you just you do what you basically just did, except for, you kind of twist it. The reason you do the original one is because you kind of done deadly forget that you had to do this. It's a joke. I always do the first one. It's kind of like a base model. It's, you gotta do a rough draft before you can do the final copies kind of thing, So then you create another one just for the dot. Oh, that is not it. Dot. Nope. I'm sorry, dot. And you do the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to go do that right now on a time lapse, and you guys can work on yours, pause the video, whatever you guys need to do.
Stagnant, forget my day by the morning at the corner store, 2 a.m. Got some mango high, choose a bag of chips. Rolling through the city and we hide behind the tents. In the Benzo, got the swisher out the window, then we dip.
Alright, now that that is done, you can go ahead and you can move down to your JM or whatever your letters are. Thing, and you can just clear that, honestly. Now you'll get that reckon thing in the middle, whatever. So now that that's done, now you got all these as separate little parts here. I just honestly copied the dot because I'm not messing with that all day. And now that that is done, now you can move on to your background. Oh, sorry, bud. Now you can move on to your background here, which is so much easier, all honesty. Okay, this isn't actually a background. I meant your letters. Now, with this, you actually want to copy it, duplicate it a few times. You know what I mean? So, by doing that, I'm going to duplicate it how many times? So, I got to duplicate it 4 times because I have 4, characters. So, I'm going to do a duplicate 1, 2. Wait, hold on. How many do I have? 3. I got 3. All right, now I just need to duplicate 1 more time. So, now that I've done that, and these are all pretty much hidden, right? Ooh. Sorry, guys. I'm going to just move them up to the top of here.
Bag of chips, rolling through the city and we hide behind the tents. In the Benzo, got the swisher out the window, then we dip. Posted at the corner store. Posted at the corner store.
So when you have this layer 2 down, now you want to go, I'm going to start with a J here. So with the J, whatever. So now I'm going to click on the checkbox again. So now it's covering up my letters and everything. So you want to make sure on the J file, like the J layer. Once you're on the J layer, then you can use your wand tool, try and search for the J, just the J, like this. You see how I got the J outline? And this is also a very important step, is you want to invert the selection. Now, when you're inverting selection, basically it means that it's going to cut out anywhere else. Now, you want to do the backspace or delete button, not the backspace, the delete button. Now, as you can see, the only part left is the J. So that's always good. And now once you move down here to the copied, these guys, you basically do the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to skip through that, as you guys just saw.
Rolling through the city and we hide behind the tents. In the Benzo, got the swisher out the window, then we dip.
Alright guys, now that I finished up the lettering, as you can see, it looks pretty good, and now that whole picture is behind the lettering since I edited the picture above it and everything, and I did several layers of it, so it's basically each part of the letter is a different part of the picture, so it all fits together correctly. So, now that that is done, I can go ahead and I can delete the black ones. Don't take that racially. But basically, I can just delete it. I can clear them. As such. And, yeah, the JM, the copy, the M. Did I do the M yet? Yeah, I did. And then I just need to do the original dot. No, I need to do dot copy. Yep. So now that that is all done, you can get back to shadows and what later on, because that's just so much easier to do at the end. Now you want to move on to your backgrounds. So a good background, just really pick one with a cool design, because there's also an option where you can change the colors like I did with mine. As you can see, I have binary code on the back here, the 0s and 1s. That was originally green, and I changed the color via you get what I'm saying, guys. So, I'm sorry, Jack, yours is going to be really girly here, because a lot of these designs are girly designs, but we're just going to forget about that. We'll move over to here. I'm going to grab that one because it's a honeycomb design, and that's kind of cool. So, now what we do is we want to do the same thing as again. So, now we want to go to layer. We want to open the image as a layer. We want to go, and we want to do this, and then we want to do that, and then we go here, and then we grab our edit tool. Then we do a free thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And then you want to apply the changes, and then you want to go here, because as you guys can see, it kind of blends in. I really want my letters to pop. You know what I'm saying? So by going into my adjustments here, and I go to human saturation or central U, an easier way to get to it. I like to move it to the side here, so I got a full view. As you can see, I'm just changing the colors by using the sliders. I mean, it's really, truly not that hard. So I'm going to try and go in for like what's the opposite of blue? Green. Right. I don't really care what you guys think. It's, comment in the comment section, I guess. I don't know. IDK. And I'm going to bring it in a little bit darker. So, as you guys can see, kind of pops a little bit better. So, I'm just gonna actually my bad. I'm gonna delete that layer. I'm gonna start deleting some layers here, all our empty layers, just to make it easier for you guys to understand. Now, it's not that hard to understand as much as it is just like, not easy when there's 100 different layers here. So now that I got all my layers, in order, now I can start moving over to the letter portion. So when I move over to my letter portion, I'm gonna obviously start with my J. So with my J, I'm gonna move over and I'm gonna go to my, again, adjustments. I'm gonna do my human saturation. So now it is kind of easier if you know your adjustments, like you can see the numbers here and you can copy or just remember them or write them down or whatever, and you can figure it out. I honestly just eyeball it, whatever looks good in that location. If you don't have a repeating one like mine, that's what I mean by eyeball it. But since I have a repeating color scheme right there, I honestly just, it looks good. I can fix it to whatever I need it to be, and I can remember it, and it's all, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, so, okay, I should probably make it I'm just going to keep this at 0. So 954. Okay, so now if I move over to my M, and I do, my adjustments, and then I'll move over to, what's it called, 9, and then I go to 54, and as you can see, those are now the same color, J and M are. I'm going to do that for the 2 dots right now. Alright, now that that is finished, as you can see, I mean, that's about it right there, honestly. One last thing, guys, is you want to actually move over. You want to save the image, because this is an auto-saving thing, and you want to make sure the quality is at 100, and your name and whatever. So I'm going to save that in here. I'm just going to save it as logo -- and just make sure it's saved down here, because I've had an issue before, and that's never fun to deal with. So as you can see, it looks a little grainy right here, but I mean, it's truly not that bad. Once you obviously if I shrink it down here for you, it looks pretty good. That's about the average profile picture size. Now I want to go with the exact font I went with, because as you can see, that M kind of shorted out, which it's not that hard to change the fonts, just because, you move over to the layer height and whatever, and then you just go into the settings of it. It's not that hard to change it. You just got to re-implement it like I did earlier in the video for my final draft copy. But I mean, it looks pretty good. Obviously, you guys customize it yourself with the backgrounds and, the colors and designs of the letters. But I mean, that's a pretty easy way to do it. I will come out the next video on how to create your own YouTube banner, which I've done before too, as you can see on our YouTube channel. Right about here. I just changed that up a bit. It looks pretty good in my opinion. But I mean, yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for staying tuned in, and I hope you guys created your perfect logo. This is Henry Berkey on Epic Randomness saying peace.